Okay, here's our blog address on the World Wide Web. See this? See this address? larrysmusings.com. That's what you can go out to on the World Wide Web and see our various posts over the last 5 years on our blog. Use the search function, and you can find out what we've written on and read many of the posts there on to cover the topics that we've talked here on our YouTube channel and some things we haven't talked about yet on this YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about a little bit about radical feminism. You'd have to make a division point in the 1960s when it comes to feminism. Prior to that, you had what we would have to call equity feminism. A feminist movement prior to the 1960s which sought to bring equality for the sexes and equal rights for women. And that was a good thing, the equal value and equal dignity of women vis-a-vis men. But since the 60s, we've had a change in feminism such we'd have to call it radical feminism or gender feminism. And in these recent decades, with this new approach within feminism, this new paradigm, we have a contempt for men on the part of women that adhere to this feminism. This new feminism, serves to foster an antagonism and a mistrust and a contempt between the sexes, a contempt of men, a mistrust of them. So the feminism we have now today, instead of being a good thing and helping both men and women towards mutual respect and valuing each other, is really served to create a lot of needless animosity between the sexes. And of course, we know some of the other things that radical feminism promotes. Abortion on demand, bisexuality, lesbianism, undermining respect for husbands and fathers. According to the new feminism, there's no need for a man in the household. There's no need for the husband-father role to be filled in the nuclear family. So therefore, we don't have a nuclear family. We just have a woman, unmarried, raising children. Well, these are bitter fruits of these various things I've mentioned. When it comes to children and child rearing, children need both a father and a mother in the home. If you don't believe me, I'm not going to go through the litany of statistics. You can look out and see all the social problems we have and how these children in one-parent households are at greater risk of poverty, much more likely not to finish school, to drop out of school, much more likely to turn to promiscuous sex and drug use at an earlier age, etc., etc. A lot of problems there. So we've written a number of essays being critical of this new approach to feminism over on our blog. You can go over there, larrysmusings.com, type in feminism in the search box, and you can call up and read more over there. But I really think the feminism we've had these past several decades in the Western world has been harmful. I think that's pretty obvious, and I think we need to get back to an equity feminist perspective for women, a more equal respect between the sexes, as opposed to this continuing battle of the sexes and continuing to foster and promote mistrust and contempt for men, coming from women under this feminism. So that's something to think about, and we may deal with some of the problems coming out of feminism, some of the individual social problems in future talks, but that's an overview of where we're coming from. Let's get back to equity feminism that respects women as equal to men, having equal dignity and equal value, and also respects the role of the woman as wife and mother, and doesn't demean the woman for wanting to be a stay-at-home mom. Children need both a mother and a father in the home. Thanks. Goodbye.